What's up, guys? It's morning time here in Vilcabamba. I'm looking out over the valley. It's nice and windy. The wind's just whipping around here for the last maybe 2 weeks. Um, Dries everything up. You just feel so dry with this wind. But really beautiful weather, anyways. Um, I wanted to talk a little bit about protein and a common myth that's perpetuated, something that can be really misleading for people is a discussion of how much protein you should eat on a ketogenic diet and how much protein is too much. Of course, it's going to vary for every single individual. There's no blanket protein requirement that was going to work for everybody. Some people will want more. Some people will be able to eat much more protein and stay in deep ketosis. Some people don't need to worry about testing their blood ketones. Um, so I'm going to kind of peck through some of my thoughts on the whole does protein turn into sugar myth. And yeah, first of all, I want to say that all excess protein does not turn into glucose. Protein doesn't just magically turn into sugar. Um, people have, there's kind of this mental program out there about protein on a ketogenic diet, and it's been perpetuated by people who seem to be confused about the difference between a keto diet for weight loss and for health, or a ketogenic diet for epileptic children who must be kept in deep ketosis all the time because they'll get seizures. Now, for most relatively healthy individuals, protein will not be a major issue. For most people. Now, when you're first getting into ketosis, I recommend to keep protein more moderate. I don't really give like a blanket recommendation for people of how much protein will work for everybody because it's different for every individual, and protein's a tool. Protein is a tool for macronutrient partitioning. Macronutrient partitioning is the percentage of calories that you're intaking from proteins, fats, and carbohydrates from the major macronutrients, from the 3 macronutrients. So, excess protein doesn't just turn into sugar. If you eat a few extra grams of steak or fish or eggs, it's not just going to magically turn into a Krispy Kreme donut in your belly, spike your insulin out of this world, screw up your blood sugar, and make you store all the fat that you eat. It doesn't work like that. There are amino acids in protein that can be converted into glucose, and gluconeogenesis is a process in your body that's highly regulated. They've done studies where they directly injected massive amounts of substrate that can be used for gluconeogenesis into the blood, and there was no increase in gluconeogenesis in the patients that they did this in. Now, there could be, the argument against this study could be that that gluconeogenesis is regulated by a process through which you digest and eat your food, and that's pretty likely. And a lot of people, there is a lot of anecdotal stuff of people having issues maintaining deep ketosis because of protein. But most individuals can handle up to like 1 gram per pound of body weight, lean body mass in protein. Now, do you need that much? No, you don't even need that much to build muscle. Ketogenic diets are protein sparing, and when you resistance train, that's also muscle protein sparing. So, how much protein you need, how much protein you want, and how much protein is optimal for your goals, these might be different. If you're trying to get leaner and eating more protein increases your satiety, then more protein might be good. If you're just trying to get into ketosis and maintain deep ketosis and adapt to a ketogenic diet, in the beginning, you definitely want to keep it moderate. When I work with clients, I go anywhere between, don't usually go any, I usually don't go below like 1.2 to 1.5 grams per kilogram of their body weight. But for some individuals, they don't like to eat that much protein. So for some individuals, 1 gram per kilogram of lean body weight is fine. the myth the myth that you need a whole bunch of protein to build muscle is really common, and I think it's perpetuated by a lot of supplement companies who are trying to sell whey protein and casein protein, these other protein supplements, which are not necessary and not ideal for building muscle. Um, so you definitely don't need more than like zero point 0.8 grams per pound of body weight to build muscle. Um, but if you want more protein, if you really like protein, if eating more fish makes you feel good, a lot of the times I go well over 1 gram per kilo. I'm sorry, 1 gram per pound of body weight in my protein intake because I eat a lot of fish. Um, now, not all protein sources are the same. You'll find that you might get different effects if you overeat red meat than if you overeat some fish. Um, so it's not such a simple thing, but one thing that I will say is protein doesn't just turn into sugar in your body. Protein is not carbohydrate. Protein can be used as a substrate for converting glucose for converting amino acids into glucose, but it is not gram for gram going to just turn into sugar if you eat more than you need. So when clients come to me, sometimes they're surprised that I'll increase their protein intake occasionally to increase their satiety and get them leaner quicker, because it helps them to be able to sustain a deficit through cutting fat grams a little more. And a lot of them get surprised that I'll increase their protein intake because they're afraid it's going to turn into chocolate cake, because people are out there saying crap like this where there's really no basis in reality. And it's actually not necessary to maintain deep ketosis all the time if you want to lose weight. High blood ketone levels do not equal more weight loss. It just means you got more ketones in your blood. You can artificially elevate your blood ketone levels through many different means, like exercise, fasting periodically, MCT oil, stuff like that can increase your blood ketones. Does that mean that you're going to be losing more fat long term? No. You want to lose body fat? It's about creating habits that are conducive to your goals and maintaining those habits and sticking with it. So you can lose fat without being in ketosis. A lot of people eat these really crazy high protein diets that I'm not so much into. I mean, I enjoy eating the fats. I enjoy how my brain feels when I'm in ketosis. So I maintain ketosis most of the time. But it's not necessary to lose weight. I don't prescribe ketogenic diets to everyone across the board. I'm not a zealot about keto. It's a tool. It's a really powerful tool, and it's a tool that I like to make my baseline metabolism. But you don't have to be in deep ketosis all the time to lose weight. And excess protein does not magically turn into sugar. So, if you want a little bit more protein, especially if you've already adapted to keto, if you're clear, level, you're steady, you have steady energy levels throughout the day when you're eating a keto diet for a little while, don't worry about eating more protein. If you want to increase your protein, try it. If it makes you feel really bad, then lower your protein. So don't listen to the myths out there. A lot of these are just BS. And oh yeah, I wanted to thank everybody who supported the channel by buying the maca. It sold out super fast, and we actually had to fulfill a lot of the orders using maca that was labeled for some other clients. So I'm really stoked that everybody was so supportive and everybody likes the maca. We've got a few more products that we're going to have up soon, and I'm really excited to share these with you. There's a few that are already up on the site, but I haven't talked about them yet. And but these are really special products that are selected, hand-selected, from the highest quality materials, from the stuff that we source. And it's really fun to kind of develop these things and put them out there to share with you guys. But I want to thank everyone for supporting. Subscribe down below. If you're interested in coaching, you can click on the coaching section on the website. But yeah, I've been steadily dropping body fat, getting leaner. Got some little striations going on there. getting shredded, feels great, not difficult, don't feel like I'm starving myself, doing it in a healthy way, in a way that I enjoy, eating foods that I enjoy. So I hope everyone has an awesome day. Protein doesn't turn into sugar. Don't listen to that crap. Don't be afraid to eat a little more protein. If you want to get more fish for more DHA into your cell membranes, that's great. Eat more fish. Don't worry about having high blood ketone levels all day long. If you pop out of ketosis for a few hours or a few minutes, you're fine. You will survive. Um, so yeah, low ketone phobia needs to stop. You do not have to be in deep ketosis all day long. High blood ketone levels don't necessarily mean you're using those ketones, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you're losing body fat. So have a great day, everyone. Thanks for supporting the channel, and I'll see you next time.